Hello everyone, welcome to my GMB News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The GMB Union, which represents a significant portion of the affected workforce, made the accusation following the council's decision to remove the Essential Car User Allowance (ECUA), a benefit previously paid to staff who used their personal vehicles for council business. The union says that the council's actions are undermining workers' rights and morale, as it seeks to implement changes without further negotiations. The union also stated that the council has informed 834 staff of its plans, and told them to submit before March 23, or face being given notice of termination of employment on March 31, with dismissal and re-engagement taking place by July 1. However, Devon County Council has defended its decision, describing the move as part of an effort to modernize and equalize conditions across the authority. The council explained that the ECUA had already been removed by all other county and unitary councils in the Southwest region. The decision to remove the allowance is expected to save taxpayers £500,000. The ECUA will be replaced with the standard HMRC mileage allowance, which 85% of the council's workforce already receives. Only 15% of staff were in receipt of the allowance before the change. A Devon County Council spokesperson said, "The Essential Car User Allowance was dated. Only 15% of the council workforce were in receipt of it, while others claimed business mileage allowance to reimburse them for business travel." After lengthy discussions with staff representatives, a decision has been made to remove this allowance. This decision will save the taxpayer £500,000 and is in line with our mission to deliver a fairer, more efficient and effective organization. The council also stated that more than 40% of affected staff have already agreed to the change. However, the council confirmed that those who have not agreed will face dismissal and re-engagement under new contracts, with the changes set to take effect by July 1, 2025. In response to the council's stance, GMB regional organizer Jake McLean condemned the move, describing it as an attack on workers' rights. "By threatening our members, Devon County Council is not only undermining morale but also risking the quality of care and support that our community relies on. Our members have already rejected this offer. Bosses need to understand that and treat our members with dignity and respect. It's time for Devon County Council to put their toys back in the pram, withdraw this threat and return to the negotiating table, so we can solve this issue. Our members should have no doubt, we won't stand for these bully boy tactics, and we will do whatever is necessary to ensure their voices are heard." The GMB's criticism follows a broader trend of opposition to fire and rehire tactics, which have been used by other high-profile employers in recent years, including P&O Ferries and British Gas. The dispute between the GMB Union and Devon County Council over the removal of the Essential Car User Allowance (ECA) has become a flashpoint in the broader battle over workers' rights and fair employment practices. The decision to abolish the ECUA has sparked outrage among affected staff and union representatives, leading to accusations that the council is undermining morale and employment stability. The background: austerity versus worker rights. The Essential Car User Allowance was a benefit paid to staff who used their personal vehicles for council business. However, in an effort to standardize employment benefits and save taxpayers an estimated £500,000, Devon County Council decided to phase out this allowance. Instead, employees would receive the standard HMRC mileage rate, which the council argues is a fairer and more equitable approach. According to the council, 85% of its workforce was already receiving the standard mileage allowance, leaving only 15% of staff benefiting from the ECUA. A council spokesperson emphasized that removing the ECUA aligns Devon with other county and unitary councils in the Southwest, where such allowances had already been eliminated. The Essential Car User Allowance was dated. Only 15% of the council workforce were in receipt of it, while others claimed business mileage allowance to reimburse them for business travel. After lengthy discussions with staff representatives, a decision has been made to remove this allowance. This decision will save the taxpayer £500,000 and is in line with our mission to deliver a fairer, more efficient and effective organization, the spokesperson said. Despite these assurances, the GMB Union has strongly opposed the move, arguing that it disproportionately affects key workers who rely on their personal vehicles for essential duties. The union has accused the council of implementing the change unilaterally and failing to engage in meaningful negotiations with employee representatives. The union's response: bully boy tactics. GMB regional organizer Jake McLean did not mince words when responding to the council's decision, describing it as a blatant attack on workers' rights. The union is particularly incensed by the council's ultimatum to 834 staff members: agree to the new terms by March 23, or face dismissal and re-engagement under different conditions by July 1. By threatening our members, Devon County Council is not only undermining morale but also risking the quality of care and support that our community relies on, McLean stated. Our members have already rejected this offer. Bosses need to understand that and treat our members with dignity and respect. McLean further likened the council's approach to the controversial fire and rehire tactics seen in high-profile disputes involving British Gas and P&O ferries. It's time for Devon County Council to put their toys back in the pram, withdraw this threat and return to the negotiating table so we can solve this issue. Our members should have no doubt, we won't stand for these bully boy tactics, and we will do whatever is necessary to ensure their voices are heard. The broader impact: job security, morale and public services. The removal of the ECUA affects a range of council workers, including social care employees, environmental health officers, and other essential staff who regularly travel as part of their job. Many argue that the additional burden of using personal vehicles without adequate compensation could lead to financial hardship, lower job satisfaction, and ultimately staff attrition. Many of us rely on that allowance to cover wear and tear on our cars, said one affected employee who wished to remain anonymous. Without it, we're left paying out of pocket to do our jobs properly. It feels like a slap in the face after everything we've done for the community. Some workers fear that if they refuse to sign the new contracts, they will be left without jobs. Others worry that losing the ECUA may set a precedent for further cuts to employment benefits in the future. Political and public reaction. The council's decision has sparked heated debates among local politicians, residents, and advocacy groups. Labor councilors and trade union supporters have condemned the move as short-sighted and damaging to frontline services. Meanwhile, taxpayer advocacy groups argue that the change is necessary to ensure financial responsibility and equity among all council employees. Local government budgets are already stretched, said one representative from a taxpayer advocacy group. The council is simply bringing their policies in line with other authorities. Why should some employees receive an outdated benefit while others do not? Next steps: potential strikes and legal challenges. As the March 23 deadline looms, the GMB union has vowed to escalate its fight. The possibility of strikes, legal action, and further public protests remains on the table. If negotiations do not resume, Devon County Council could face disruptions in essential services, putting further pressure on local government leaders to resolve the conflict. Legal experts have pointed out that fire and rehire tactics have come under increasing scrutiny, with the UK government facing calls to legislate against the practice. The outcome of this dispute could serve as a precedent for similar battles across the country. Conclusion. At its core, the dispute over the ECUA highlights the tension between financial efficiency and worker rights. While Devon County Council insists that the change is necessary to modernize policies and save taxpayer money, the GMB union and affected employees argue that the decision disregards the real-world impact on frontline workers. As negotiations stall, both sides remain locked in a high-stakes battle. Whether through legal means, political pressure, or direct action, the outcome of this dispute will have lasting implications not just for Devon County Council employees, but for workers across the UK facing similar employment challenges. For now, affected staff members anxiously await their fate, hoping that their voices will be heard before it is too late. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.